I am Life Coach Latricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who God created us to be. First, I want to say thank you to all of my viewers. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for all of you who have donated to my channel. I really appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. If you would like to book a personal spiritual life coaching session with me and or an energy healing session, all of that information is right below in the description box. Also, if you are interested or if you so feel led to donate to my channel, that information is down below as well. So, you guys, I want to talk to you about a very important matter. This is something that's always been a very important matter, but right now, it's some things going on in this world that causes us to have to be more careful when it comes to these kind of things. What am I talking about? I'm talking about they are infected. Don't you get infected. You may think I'm talking about the coronavirus. Well, although I'm not talking about the coronavirus, what I'm talking about is very similar to how you can get infected with the virus by being around and engaging with others who have the virus. So, I'm speaking of people who are infected by the devil. What do I mean by that? People who are demonized, people who have demons. Many say that you just have to face your demons. Scripture tells us to cast them out. The real thing is, even if you have them and have had them, if you're not casting them out or doing something to get them out, facing them, whatever the case may be, you literally become demonized, which means now you're infected with the virus. You're infected with the demon virus, with the devil virus, if you will. And that means now you can transfer that devil virus to someone else. You can infect someone else who's vulnerable because they're not protected. So, what am I saying to you? Protect yourselves. If you know someone is infected with the devil virus, don't let them infect you. How do you protect yourself? Number one, what does light and darkness have in common? Nothing. Nothing. So why would you even be around and engaging, be in relationship with someone that you know is infected with the devil virus? Now, if you happen to be in a relationship, a friendship, even sometimes familyship, relativeship, and maybe you didn't know, you was naive to it, and then you're coming into this knowledge and this understanding or just awareness that this someone that you're in a relationship or that you've been around is infected with the devil virus. Then you might have to do some things to get yourself away from them. You may have to create some distance so that you won't get infected, because I'm hearing the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And so if you're interacting and engaging with somebody who's infected, with the devil virus. Surely, surely the goal and the plan is to infect you and others. What is the devil's goal? To infect as many people as he can with his devil virus. That's his goal. So if you're interacting with someone that's already infected, you very well can get infected if you're not protecting yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? Sometimes we're in positions and situations where we have to work with people who are infected. Again, we might be in relationship with people and then we discover they're infected, and we don't want to be infected or further infected. You know what I'm saying? We don't want what we already may have caught from them to get any worse. So what do when you don't want to get worse? You get away from the problem, from the infection. So in a case like that, once you identify it, you need to make a plan and work your way out. But in the meantime, protecting yourself. How do you protect yourself? First of all, awareness is everything. If you're aware of what they carry, this infection, then right there, you're on guard. You're protected. So now you can't you can kind of keep yourself from allowing anything that comes from these infected entities to enter into you, which means you have to avoid or minimize at best. If you just have to converse with these people, you really don't want to have any conversations with them, because everything that comes from them is full of infection. Everything that they do and try to do is all about infecting you. So you want to minimize your conversation with them. Again, being aware, even if you have to have some kind of conversation with them. You want to stay away from them at all costs. What I'm thinking of is, what does light and darkness have in common? What fellowship does light have with darkness? That's what the scripture asks. What? So if you know of someone that's infected with the devil virus, you know they're of the darkness. So if your whole purpose is to walk in your light, your godly light, what fellowship would you need to have with someone infected with the devil virus? None, I say, none. So, to protect yourself from being infected, you want to minimize all contact, just like with any virus, but I'll speak of the coronavirus right now because of the magnitude of its potency and how easy it is to contract it over others that we've previously known of. I mention that also to say, right now, that's how intense the devil virus is right now. You have to be very careful, because scripture tells us the devil walks this earth like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, seeking whom he may infect. Those that he's already infected are looking to infect you. He uses them to infect you now that they're infected. So what am I saying? Protect yourself. Be aware. Don't let them infect you unless you want to be infected. You can't play with fire and think you're not going to get burnt. What I'm saying is, you can't mingle with the devil and think you won't get infected. That's what I'm saying. This coronavirus, one of what it does represents is this infection, this virus that's going around through people by the devil. So many people are devil infected. They carry the devil virus. So, again, if you're in their space, you're in their energy, you're having conversations with them, you're hanging out with them, God forbid you having sex with them. Now, you may use a condom, and I'm not encouraging any sexual activity here, unless you're married. And then I'm not encouraging it even then. I'm not encouraging if you're not married. I'm just making a point. What I'm saying here is you can use a condom, and it may protect you from what we call STD, sexually transmitted disease. But what it doesn't protect you from is STD, sexually transmitted demons or a devil. If you're sleeping with the devil, if you're sleeping with someone who's infected by the devil, surely they can transmit that devil infection, that devil spirit to you if you're not spiritually protected. But then again, what business do you have having sex with someone who's devil infected? Unless you just don't know. But if you know, you don't want to play with that right these days. It's never been a plaything. But right now, it's highly important because you might catch something that you won't be able to get rid of. Now, let me make this clear too. I'm not saying that if you ever have engaged someone who's devil infected, that it's just over for you. Of course not. You can get free. You can overcome those things. You can, yeah, you can get free from it. It's happened to many of us. It happened to me. I had to get free from a lot of people that I've engaged. Sexually too. That carry devil spirits. I had to do some work and allow God to do some work in me to get free. And let me just say, it wasn't all. I'm gonna lay that alone. I was gonna say, well, let me just say this. And in one in situation, I was married. So I'm saying that to say, if you know up front, instead of having to intervene, prevent it if you can. If you know up front, just don't engage it. And right now is not the time to be trying to get free of something later when you went in knowing it. And I'm not saying that that's what you do, because I know for me, I wasn't aware of some things until I was actually in it. And I became aware and enlightened. And then, even after being removed from the situation or situations, not just sexually, I'm just saying, period. Um, Learned more things and became more aware of more when I was actually away from it and free from it. But me being aware and noticing certain things while in it caused me to open my eyes, ask questions, and in many instances, God would just show me. Many times I had questions about what I was seeing and what I was experiencing that I knew wasn't kosher. And like I said, either God would talk to me and show me things, and or he'll bring people in my direction to minister certain things or lead me to certain books or just different things that educated me and made me aware of what it was or what it was I was dealing with. And even had, assisted me in removing myself from it and then getting free from it. So now I'm at a place I don't let it in. I don't let it in because I know now. When you know better, you do better. So what am I saying? Be careful. If you know that they're infected with the devil virus, protect yourself, number one. But get away from them as soon as you can. Remove yourself. Because their whole aim is to infect you. And I'm not saying people are consciously trying to infect you. Because some people don't even know. They're not even aware, but many are. Many people are very aware of what they are. And that's all they do is, well, I don't even want to go into that. What I will say is, if you know that they're infected, it's up to you. It's your responsibility to protect yourself. It's not theirs. Because again, sometimes people are not even conscious. They're infected. And what I'm hearing is reprobated mind. When you have a reprobated mind, that means you have been turned over to the reprobated mind, which means God is not there. And then what do the scriptures tell? I don't have it in front of me, but what do the scriptures tell us about a reprobated mind? A reprobated mind comes from someone who won't listen to God over and over and over. They're just going in their own ways, not listening to Him, just gone. So He turned them over to a reprobated mind. In other words, He turned them over to their own self, kind of like to the devil. I mean, because once you don't have His covering, you easy open prey for the devil. So that means you're infected now. And I mentioned reprobated mind to say when people are not in their right mind, they're not thinking about all that. Some people intentionally try to cause you harm and try to do things, and they may not understand the fact that they're infected by the devil, but many do. Many people know they operate in a devilish spirit. There are many people that are very aware, but some people, they just gone, and it's just what it is. But you have to be aware. You have to protect yourself. You know, so many people are under the control of the devil. They don't even have no control over themselves. Or should I say, God don't have no control. We know God has the ultimate control. But some people are literally controlled by the devil, which means they're infected with that devil virus, which means they can infect you if you're not protecting yourself and or staying away from them. Not because you're afraid, not because you're scared of the devil, not because you don't have no authority over the devil. We know all these things. But again, what business, what fellowship does light have with darkness? None, I say, none. Jesus called us to fellowship with other believers. Now, I don't want to get into the specifics of all that. I'll just leave it at those who are in God. He didn't lead us. He didn't bring us. He don't call us to fellowship with devils or people who operate in that devil spirit. Again, I'm not talking about people who's working through issues, may have some flaws, some quirks. We all have those. There's a distinct difference between someone who's working through their own inner issues and someone who's operating in a straight up devil spirit. The difference, I'll tell you. Someone operating in a devil spirit is all about themselves. They don't have any boundaries. They will do things to try to cause you harm. They're very jealous. They're very envious. They don't like that you are who you are in God. They're always focused on someone else and what someone else got and what someone else is doing, how they want to cause someone else harm. Want to cause harm. Opposed to someone who's just working through some issues, may have some stuff, but ain't bothering nobody. There is a big difference. have a thing. I'm like, if Susie over there, you know, they say Susie a crackhead. All she do is get high and drink. I'm not saying that that's the best thing for Susie. I wish Susie all the better. I pray for her recovery. I pray that she has a desire to recover and become her whole, complete, wanting for nothing self, as God desires for us. Yet, if Susie over there smoking herself and drinking herself to death, and I don't mean that in a way like I'm encouraging that, but she not bothering nobody, I can't say Susie is evil. I can't say she operating in the devil's spirit. I can't say she's probably bound with something. I can say she has some addictions, which does have a devil energy to it. But I wouldn't say she's infected in a way where she's demonic if she's not trying to hurt nobody else. However, you still have to be careful with that, because if you get all that going on in you, you very well may be infected. But again, if you're that's where it comes in at when a person is not conscious. They may not be conscious that they're infected and they're used by the devil naively. That can be so. That can be so. But again, it's a big difference than somebody out here trying to cause harm to others and all focused on somebody else. Now, again, I pray for Susie's recovery. And see, when you in that kind of a state of mind, you are open prey for the devil to infect you, unless you're not. What I mean by that, I don't know what Susie got going on with God. I don't know her relationship with God. He may be covering her and protecting her. But my point is, if you know that they're infected, because you know, and if you're infected, I don't even know what to tell you about your deliverance. What I can say is, Scripture says, if my people who are called by my name will pray, will humble themselves, pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will heal their land. So what I say to you, if you are infected with the devil virus, I want to say devil spirit, same thing, is humble yourself. Pray. Seek his face. And turn from your wicked ways. Then he can hear from heaven and heal your land too. So anyway, you all, if you know they're infected, don't let them infect you. Protect yourselves. Stay away from those who are infected. I'm going to leave that right there. Right there. Take note, take note, take note, take note. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Click on that red subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel, please. Appreciate that. Click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Also, you can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Latricia Booker, and on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. That is Kingdom Business with one S and the number 9. You can also connect with me on Likee at one Dr. Booker. It is the number 1 Dr. Booker. You guys, as I mentioned before, if you would like to book a personal spiritual life coaching session with me and or energy healing session with me, all that information is right below in the description box. If you would like to donate to my channel, my Cash App and PayPal is below as well. All donations are appreciated. They help keep me going, encourage me to continue to do these videos, which I would do anyway. But All donations are appreciated. So feel free. You all, I send you much love, light, and peace. Many, many, many blessings to you. That is my time. So I am out. Peace. Peace.